Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Intan Maulida Nuripma. I'm from LC Class G. On this occasion, I will review an even atmosphere in a movie which is heartwarming and can make anyone who watches as if they are in it. Okay, so the movie is called The Notebook, which was released in 2004. Directed by Nick Cassavetes, the lead actor at the time were Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, who I thought they were very compatible playing Noah and Ellie. So, let's get started.
You're a terrible singer,
No.
but I like this song.
The Notebook tells the story of the same couple at two seasons of their lives. We see them in the urgency of youthful romanticism, and then we see them as parents and see disappearing into the shadow of Alzheimer's. He steadfast in his love. It was his habit every day to read her notebook that recounts how they met and fell in love and faced obstacles to their happiness. I thought perhaps this is the main story that gives the notebook its title. Sometimes he said, if only for a few minutes, the cloud parted and he could remember who she was and who the story was about. I know we all wish Alzheimer's could permit such moments. For a time, in the earlier stage of the disease, it does. But when the curtain comes down, there is never another act and the play is over. The Notebook is a sentimental fantasy, but such fantasies are not harmful. We tell ourselves story every day to make life more bearable. The reason we cried during terms of endearment was not because the mother was dying, but because she was given the opportunity for a dignified and lucid parting with her children. In life, it is more likely the pain, drugs, regret, and despair. The lovers are them Ellie Nelson and Noah Calhoun, known as Dude. As old people, they are played by Gideon Rowlands and James Garner. As young people, by Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling. The performances are suited to the mature, respecting the patient at the beginning and the sentiment at the end, but not pushing too hard. There is even a time when young Noah tells Ellie, I don't see how it's gonna work, and means it. And a time when Ellie gets engaged to another man. Okay, talk about Ellie. She's a rich kid, summering at the family's mansion in North Carolina. And Noah, his local kid who works at the sawmill. He is smart and poetic. Ellie's parents are snobs and Noah's father's Sam Shepard is centered and supportive. Noah loves her at the moment he sees her and actually hangs by his hand from a bar on a Ferris wheels until she agrees to go out with him. But Ellie's parents are direct to Noah, you are trash and her is not for you. My God. And one day, her mother, Joan Allen, shows her a local working man who looks hard used by life and tells Ellie that 25 years ago, she was in love with him. Ellie thinks her parents do not love each other, but her mother insists they do. Still, at least, Ellen is such a precise actress that she is able to introduce the quietest notes of regret into the scene. Right, for your information, the movie basically is based on a novel by Nicholas Sparks. Do you know him? Whose books inspired Message in a Battle, 1999, Unloved by Me, and A Walk to Remember. Oh, I love this movie. 2002, which was so sweet and positive. It persuaded me, as did Mandy Moore as its star. Now here is a story that could have been a tearjerker, but no way. It's tearjerker, but it's just that it's a good one. The director is the Cassavetes, son of Gina Rowlands and John Cassavetes, and perhaps his instinctive feeling for his mother helped him find a way past soap opera in the direction of truth. Ryan Gosling has already been identified as one of the best actors of his generation, although usually in more harder material. And Rachel McAdams, who just a few months ago was the beachy high school queen in Mean Girls, it shows such beauty and clarity that we realize once again how actors are blessed by God materials. As for Gina Rowlands and James Garner, they are completely at ease in their roles, never striving for effect, never wanting us to be sure we get the message. Garner is an actor confident and sure that he makes the difficult look easy and lose credit for his skill. Consider how simply and sincerely he tells their children, "Look guys, that's my sweetheart in there." And Rowlands, best known for high strung, even many characters, especially in films by her late husband, he finds a quiet vulnerability that is luminous. Now let's talk about technique. You should know that the photography by Robert Fries is striking in its rich, saturated effect from seabirds at sunset to a dilapidated mansion by candlelight to the texture of southern summer street. I think it makes the story seems more idealized. Certainly the retirement home at the end seems more of heaven than of earth, and the old mansion is underlined too, first in its decay and then in its rebirth. Young Noah is convinced that if he makes good on his promise to reboot it for Ellie, she will come to live in with him and paint in the studio he's made for her. Noah had gone a little bit. The notebook says that she is engaged. Marian nurse shakes him but doesn't discourage him. Okay, we have recently read much about Alzheimer's because of the death of Ronald Reagan. You know, Ronald Reagan. His daughter Patty Davis reported that just before he died, the former president opened his eyes and gazed steadily into those of Nancy, and there was no doubt that he recognized her for a while. Well, it's nice to think so. Nice to believe the window can open once more before closing forever. This movie is one of my favorite romance movies because seeing Noah patience and struggle makes me believe that there are indeed men as good and sincere as him. Even for a few days after I watched the movie in 2023, there was a time for 1 week I couldn't move. I remember a movie that was so comfortable and soothing. One last thing that makes me really like this movie is because of Bruno Major's song Nothing. More or less the lyrics are inspired by the movie The Notebook, such as "We watched The Notebook for the 7th time. I say it's stupid and you catch me crying," and so on, which is so beautifully depicted through the movie and that are so beautifully described through a lyric. Okay, if I were IMDb, I would give it a 9/10 rating because everything about this movie seems perfect to me. Okay, maybe that's all I can say about the Notebook movie review. It's very subjective because watching a movie is an individual task that cannot be equated with one another. But hopefully, this review helps you and influences you, watch this comfy movie soon. I wait for you. Thank you. Have a nice day.